Let's just get this out of the way. Investing in real estate in 2025 feels like dating in 2025. The rules have changed, there's more competition, and if you don't know what you're doing, you can get ghosted by your money. But here's the good news. Even with higher interest rates and rising prices, people are still building wealth through real estate. You just need the right strategy for this market. So whether you're trying to buy your first investment property, add to your portfolio, or you're just tired of watching everyone else buy properties on Instagram while you keep saying next year, this video is for you. We're talking about how the best investors are winning in 2025, the creative financing options that most people don't know exist, what tools and trends are actually helping investors, and 5 strategies you can use right now. No millionaire status required. Let's go. Hey there, I'm Asher Benjamin, and no, I did not grow up dreaming of being a loan officer. I actually used to be a high school teacher, so explaining complicated stuff in normal human language is kind of my thing. Now I spend my time helping people, home buyers, investors, realtors, and even other loan officers figure out how to build wealth through real estate. And no, I'm not just talking theory. I worked on deals where we used creative financing to save a purchase other lenders gave up on, helped people invest using no-income loans, and structured refis that unlocked $100,000 or more in equity for new investments. I'm also a husband, a dad of 3, and the unofficial king of dad jokes. So if you're here for a mix of real advice, real numbers, and the occasional mortgage pun, you're in the right place. Let's dive into why real estate is still the move even in 2025. So let's answer the question everyone's thinking. Is real estate still a good investment? Yes, and here's why. First, you're dealing with an asset that people actually need. Can't live in a stock, can't raise your family inside your crypto wallet. Real estate is real. It provides housing, it produces income, and it builds equity over time. Second, leverage. And this is huge. In most investments, you put in $1 and that dollar earns a return. In real estate, you can put in 3.5% or 5% and control a $300,000 asset. That's like showing up to a poker table with $5 and being allowed to play hands worth thousands. Third, taxes. Depreciation, interest deductions, 1031 exchanges, cost segregation if you're fancy. Real estate has more tax advantages than a Swiss bank account in a spy movie. And finally, long-term demand. We've got millions of millennials aging into home buying right now. And guess what? Gen Z is right behind them. Inventory, while increasing, is still below pre-pandemic levels. People want homes. People need homes. Yes, rates are higher, but guess what? Rates change. Real estate wealth, that stacks over time. Let the market do its thing while you build equity, grow rents, and lock in returns. House hacking is the original cheat code. You buy a place, live in part of it, and rent out the rest. Boom, mortgage covered. But in 2025, we're leveling up. Think finished basements with separate entrances, garage conversions, renting by the room, co-living setups. You don't need a fourplex anymore to make it work. You can use low down payment options like FHA 3.5% down, or even 5% down on a conventional loan if it is a multi-unit. And suddenly, you're living for $400 a month while your tenants cover the rest. I've had clients do this with their parents, siblings, or even strangers from Craigslist, though maybe screen those last ones a little harder. This is by far the best way to live affordably and build wealth with minimal risk. And it works whether you're 22 or 42. Airbnb may not be what it was in 2021, but it's not dead. You just need to play smarter. Instead of fighting zoning laws or trying to beat the algorithm, try midterm rentals, those 30 to 90 day stays for travel nurses, corporate relocations, digital nomads, and people in between homes. These pay better than long-term renters and require less work than nightly guests. There are tools out there, or even Facebook Marketplace, that can help fill vacancies. And cities that crack down on Airbnb often don't regulate midterm stays, which is a nice little loophole. If you're near hospitals, universities, or growing cities, midterm can be your sweet spot. The third thing is buy and hold. Buy and hold isn't flashy, but it works, especially if you care about cash flow. In 2025, it's all about buying below market value, focus to the rent to price ratio, the 1% rule still helps, and using investor-friendly loans like DSCR. If you haven't heard of it, DSCR stands for Debt Service Coverage Ratio, which is a fancy way of saying the rent's covering the mortgage, we're good. No W-2s, no pay stubs, no tax returns. Just rent in, mortgage out, you're golden. I've had self-employed borrowers who couldn't qualify for a regular loan, but got approved on a DSCR deal because the rental income made sense to the lender. If you're building a rental portfolio, this should be your bread and butter product. Can you still flip houses? Yes. Should everyone be doing it in 2025? No. Why? Well, materials cost more, permits take longer, and holding costs with higher rates can eat your profits real quick. That said, there's still opportunity. especially with cosmetic flips or off-market deals. You can find a house with bad photos, shag carpet, and a weird smell, and suddenly it's profit center. But have an exit plan, know your numbers, and maybe partner with someone who's been there before. This isn't HGTV, it's real life. And sheetrock dust doesn't look cute on Instagram. Now we're talking about all the stuff no one tells you about, all the creative financing options that are out there. Subject 2, you take over a seller's existing mortgage. The loan stays in their name, you make the payments. Great if they have 3% interest rates. There's seller financing where the seller acts as the bank. You agree on terms, no underwriting loopholes, no lender involved. There's wraparound mortgages, which is a combo of both. This is great for stacking deals. These methods aren't just clever, they're lifesavers when banks say no or you want to move real fast. Creative deals also let you preserve cash. I've seen investors get into homes with less than $5,000 out of pocket because they negotiated smart. Now let's talk about tools, because tech in 2025 is making real estate investing way easier. There's AI tools out there to help you find off-market deals. There's tools out there that help you check local rents in the area. There's also apps out there that track income, expenses, and return on investments for any property that you can come up with. There's also other platforms out there that let you invest in real estate without owning the actual property. It's kind of like Robinhood for landlord. I'm not going to recommend any specific product or app out there, but if you need help navigating those, reach out to me via comment or DM and we can talk through that. Also, stay aware of new legislation because rules are changing. Some cities are tightening down on investors, others are begging for housing. Know where the trends are moving gives you a huge edge. All right, let's wrap this up. Whether you're trying to live for free, build a portfolio, or buy your first rental, real estate is still one of the smartest ways to grow your wealth. The market has changed, but the opportunities haven't disappeared. You just need the right game plan. And if you want help figuring out which strategy is best for you, what you qualify for, or how to run the numbers on a deal, I'm here. Seriously, reach out, DM me, book a quick call. Let's chat and build a plan that works for your budget and your goals. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment with your 2025 real estate goal. I'm Asher Benjamin, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.